I'm not 100% certain if Nintendo's actually familiar with the Mayan calendar, but I can almost guarantee that they predicted the Amiibo Ocalypse starting in late 2014, continuing forward in 2015, on into the year 20XX, assuming that we're going by the timeline of the Mega Man X series. But this shit has been getting so intense. It's absolutely insane seeing the amount of reselling and the scalping that's going on. And I mean, it's a bunch of fucking cutthroat tactics going on over a bunch of figures like this right here. This is my only amiibo that I have, because, you know, I really love Mega Man. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know, I love the motherfucking Blue Bomber. There's a couple that I want to get just because I like the sculpt. It's gonna include this in a recent pickups video. And then after that, bust a fucker open, crack it open, put it somewhere on my shelf, and be happy as a clam. But I've seen recently how fucking insane this shit has gotten. As a matter of fact, the newest wave was announced, and it was made available to the general public to go and pre-order, and then everything was flipped immediately on eBay. Fucking pre-orders. Not even just the figures themselves. Pre-orders. So digital vouchers for the soon-to-be figures are going for, some of the individual figures going for $40, $50, sometimes even up to $70. Entire packs of them going for hundreds. And I'm just like, what the fuck? They're like, what, $12.99 a piece? Why the fuck is it happening like this? I understand that the demand is really high and the collectability market for it is absolutely soaring through the fucking roof, and the amount that they have to stock for them is really low. So you just get to go and see what kind of a mess this turns into. The problem that I have with it is a lot of people that seem to be investing the time and money into this kind of shit aren't actually fans of video games or Nintendo or even know who the fuck the characters are. They're just going in, buying entire boxes, shipment boxes of them, and then putting them on eBay immediately afterwards to make a quick buck off the people that are truly actual fans. The other problem I have with it is all the people that are going onto eBay and, I mean, it is essentially fueling this kind of shit to continue. And that just, it bugs me so fucking much, because I just want to see everybody go and get what the fuck they want. Like, for example, I went to get the Captain Falcon one, because I've never had a Captain Falcon anything, and I love F-Zero. As a matter of fact, I've said time and again that F-Zero is my all-time favorite racing franchise. It's just so fucking fun. Captain Falcon is a fucking badass overall, and that figure, it looked good. I'm just like, dude, that's really cool. I really want to see him doing like Falcon Punch type move. But the point being is that figure then became very scarce and hard to find, and is now going for like $40 or $50 a pop. I'm not in my wildest dreams going to fucking pay for an inflated price on something like that off something that just fucking came out. That's ridiculous. Matter of fact, Nintendo's caught a lot of flack and a lot of shit just recently on Twitter. They did this, they did one, it had Yoshi as an amiibo, and they posted on Twitter as an Easter one, and they got all this fucking hate from people because they made a GameStop exclusive Ness figure, Ness being from Earthbound, the Mother series, and they made that shit sold out within minutes. It sold out so much. As a matter of fact, the traffic to the site got so bad that the website for GameStop fucking flatlined. That bitch was done as shit. You know, and then there was a lot of people that couldn't get them. And the thing is, they didn't do one of those limit one per customer type deal. If you want to, you go and pre-order 50 of them. So, and it was one big pool of them. So if you wanted, anybody could go and pre-order any number of them, and it didn't matter. It wasn't just, you know, restricted to the store, restricted to the website to have X amount, you know, and now all gone. That's it. And this is just exclusive. It wasn't one of those limited time things, kind of like the gold Mario amiibo from Walmart, where it was said, you know, inexplicably that this right here is going to be rare. It's going to be hard to find because we're only making a certain number, and then we're done. Okay, that makes sense. So it makes sense for that to go up in value and for the demand to increase on something like that. I fucking get it. That's fine. But for all the other shit, this is just chaos. It really is an Amiibo Ocalypse. You know, and I understand for a lot of people out there that don't give a shit about this kind of thing because they just look at it as a Nintendo cash grab. You know, Nintendo just being greedy by including some kind of bullshit DLC into it. It's just a fucking rip-off Skylanders and Disney Xfinity or Infinity or whatever the fuck it's called. You know, and everybody's gonna have their opinions about it. There's a lot of people that just like it because they think that they look neat, or they actually like utilizing them within a few games that they actually have done anything with. Which, by the way, mini rant, Nintendo, why the fuck haven't you decided to go and take these figures and do like a Skylanders / Disney Infinity type game with them. I don't understand, like, I would lose my shit over something like that. You could literally copy and paste the same exact hack and slash fucking platforming formula, apply it to this, and people would go absolutely apeshit. You know, it'd be fan service even greater than the likes of Super Smash Brothers put into a little world like this with tons of like co-op and fucking multiplayer and shit. Little mini games and adventure maps to go on to, ones that are designed after the individual games. You'd have racing ones for F-Zero, you'd have the ones set in some kind of futuristic robot-filled world like in Mega Man stuff, and just Super Mario Bros. Holy fuck balls, would that be amazing? Yeah, you haven't actually capitalized off of it, and you've just been putting out the figures at a very, very, very frugal pace, mind you. And it's just, holy fuck, just do something more with them. That'd be nice. Anyhow, mini rant over. But this shit's just so out of control. I see personal friends of mine, associates, just random people that I've talked to and shot the shit with who are just pissed as fuck at Nintendo mainly, and the resellers naturally, over this because they just want to go out and get something and they can't. So Nintendo, while the demand is really high for your product and lots of people are getting it, you know, I know it's selling insanely well over in Australia and it's doing quite well here. I'd seen some charts and graphs and all sorts of other fucking crap, no PowerPoint presentations or anything like that, but I'd seen, you know, what's popular here, what's selling there, how many of this sold, and they're really popular, like fucking amazingly so. But the idea that there's lots of people out there just reselling them over and over and over and over again, you know, that shit just fucking sucks. And eventually that makes people disinterested in the product because they realize that they're working 40 and 50 hour weeks. You know, they got kids, they got school. They don't have every single fucking hour available to them to end the day to be able to go wait in line to be able to get a pre-order slip, or they don't want to have to deal with the inflated price of all that shit online. And I know that there's plenty of people out there who'll go and fucking defend us tooth and nail. Well, it's the right to go and do it. Yeah, it is, but it's still fucking over fans. That's the point. You shouldn't sit there and advocate this kind of bullshit whenever it's fucking over fans. You're a gamer, right? Do you want to see your fellow gamer getting shit on for no real fucking reason other than somebody else is trying to go in middleman and make a quick fucking buck? Oh wait, my bad, sorry about that. Yeah, I get it. First come, first serve, but it's still shitty. It still sucks for fans out there. Somebody that's really into the Xenoblade games, really wants to go and get an Amiibo figure of it, is now getting screwed out of that. Hell, it's already hard enough to get a fucking physical copy of the game to begin with out on the Wii, not the actual 3DS version. But, you know, and then that. It's like, fuck, man, this actually sucks. It legitimately does, and it's one of those things that Nintendo could put a stop to it by going and increasing the amount of figures that they put out. Now, the rumor is, and I guess I can't really say that's rumor because I've gotten confirmed from several different sources that work in retail outlets, that Nintendo is going to be remanufacturing and reprinting all the old waves, especially of the figures that ended up becoming extremely rare because they supposedly made a small batch of them because they didn't think that they'd sell through them. Though I kind of call bullshit on that, considering that that would be acceptable for the very first wave, and when you saw how that sold, then going forward, there was no reason for that to even be happening at all right now, this many months in, and this many figures in. So, just seems kind of silly to me, but seeing all those ones on eBay, I'm just like, holy fuck, don't buy that shit, just wait it out. You know, it's better to go and wait it out and not fucking go and give those assholes and those fucking money-hungry pieces of fucking crap a bunch of, if your hard-earned cash, whenever Nintendo will make more. That's all there is to it. And I also say this, how Nintendo get on their fucking nerves and keep on reminding them, yes, demand is there, make more, or you just won't see the money. Because if they only sell through the first initial wave of figures, then that's really it, and they don't reprint anymore, and then they're getting resold all the time, those are all sales that they missed out on. And they're gonna have to go and look at that big picture, and how that's gonna bite them in the ass. The demand is still there, we're still reselling, we're not making any money off this, wow, we aren't exactly good at this fucking business at all. But all collecting markets get insane like this. Every single generation has always had some kind of thing that people were going out of their way to go and collect, and everybody just had to have. You know, gotta catch them all. Amiibos. So, yeah. I just want to go and give my 2 cents on it, because I think this is an absolute fucking nightmare for anybody out there that just kind of likes going and getting the figures. I mean, Amiibo hunting is now an actual thing, but it shouldn't be nearly as difficult as it is. I mean, minutes? Shit selling out in minutes? Not hours and days, just minutes? That's fucking nuts, man. Anyhow, opinions and thoughts on this entire thing. Think Amiibos are awesome, think they're complete and utter bullshit, don't really care about this whatsoever, just clicked on it for the sheer shits and giggles of it. Either way, there's a comment box to be able to go and do that unless you want to make a video responding to this, and by all means, go and do that. Yes, I'm still going to fucking push for video responses, because I swear that fuels the fucking gaming community. Anyhow, this is Alpha Omega Sin, as always, nerds, and gamers game the fuck on.